Okay, that should be good. Okay, cool. So, today I kind of wanted to just ramble to myself and talk about things that I've been thinking about for a while. If that's not your thing, feel free to click off. I completely understand. It's not going to be for everybody. But I kind of wanted to just talk about stuff that's been on my mind, really. Strangely enough, it's been AI. I mean, I know everybody has been talking about AI recently, but it is a pretty concerning thing. Inevitably, it's going to get to the point where a lot of people, a considerable percentage of people in the world are going to lose their jobs to AI. I mean, even lawyers could potentially lose their jobs, and some doctors, right? Surgeons, for that matter. So the question is, what are we going to do when that happens? I mean, I know it's been suggested to do UBI, Universal Basic Income, but if you do the math on it, if you were to take the entire military budget of the United States, that still would not cover UBI for everyone. It's not a practical thing. So it's like, what do you do? What's going to happen to people when this inevitably comes? And it will, There's no denying that. It's just it's a scary thing because we're just in the beginning of it now. I mean, at this point, it's still very rudimentary, but think about what it's going to look like in even just 5 years. I mean, it's an amazing thing at the same time, and I'm sure it will benefit humanity in a lot of ways, but at the same time, pros and cons, weighing them both, I think it's overall going to be a very bad thing, which is unfortunate. There's no stopping it. I'm inclined to say that there might even be some countries that will attempt to ban it outright, but I think those attempts will be unsuccessful in the end. I don't think there's anything we can do to stop it. Which is crazy because it's like something out of a sci-fi novel. Who would have thought that technology could progress this fast? Speaking of technology, I think it's really unfortunate how it's really alienated and isolated Generation Z in particular, but everyone. It's kind of like this alluring, attractive thing that people have just become so addicted to, and it's not even really their fault. How could you not be? It's such an entertaining thing. But at the same time, it's leading people to stay to themselves, and it doesn't encourage social interaction at all. It's like, well, why would you socialize with anyone when you can just be on your phone or streaming someone or having some sort of parasocial relationship all day? I mean, in a way, it is a beautiful thing that there is that outlet where people can watch people nowadays. People who would have been too shy or introverted to go out or wouldn't have wanted to do that sort of thing can have that now. But at the same time, I mean, it really de-incentivizes people to go out and get actual fulfilling relationships and connections with people. And I'm left to wonder if similar to the increase in the advancement of AI, if there's going to be an exponential increase in isolation and loneliness from people as they get more and more addicted to technology. That already we're seeing since COVID, so many people have permanently become much more introverted, and I think overall, at least in the US, there's much less of a desire for people to interact with one another. And I don't think that's just a cultural thing. It makes me almost wonder if the U.S. will follow Japan in that we'll use technology as a coping mechanism to escape the material conditions around us, and ultimately, just to throw ourselves into technology as some sort of comfort. And then you have a society where everyone is just to themselves. That would be pretty nightmarish. I would be very scared if I was to see something like that come to fruition. That would be a very bad thing. I feel bad enough for the Japanese as it is. They have that culture. Is it 996, where it's 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week? It's just such a toxic work culture that they have. It's very sad. Geez, I probably make this all seem so dystopian, but it is stuff that I've been thinking a lot about lately, because, nobody can really predict the future, but I think we're at a point in time right now where things have never been faster in terms of change. Things are happening so fast. And you'd like to think that there's some sort of solution, but I think it starts on the individual level, probably. On a much happier note, I'm really excited for Robert Eggers' Nosferatu reimagining, I guess you could call it, to be released. It's supposed to come out next year, and I know that's going to be really good. I was a huge fan of The Northman, and The Lighthouse is probably in my top 5 movies ever. I really love how The Lighthouse has such a dreamlike quality to it. I've never experienced a movie that made me feel like I was somewhere else as much as The Lighthouse has. I don't know, maybe it was the aspect ratio, or the fact that it was in black and white, or the score. I think all of it came together in such a surreal way. But apparently Bill Skarsgård is going to be in the lead, and I think he'll do a really good job. He was so creepy as Pennywise, and he has such an I guess you could say animalistic way about him when he wants to be like. When he played Pennywise, he seems so primal and hungry, like a hungry coyote or something, and I thought that was a really great take on the character. I also really liked Bill Skarsgård in Barbarian. Oh my god. So the first third of Barbarian I loved. I absolutely loved it, but I couldn't get with the last 2 acts. The second act was decent, but then by the third act it just got a little too campy, and it kind of ruined it for me. But that first act in Barbarian, oh my god, the acting was great. You didn't know if you could trust Bill Skarsgård or not. I thought the cinematography and the atmosphere was wonderful. He was honestly the best part of that movie. The lead, though, what was her name? Georgina Campbell? She was really good as well. But I thought Bill did a great job. So I know he's going to kill it in Nosferatu. Apparently Willem Dafoe is hopping on board again, which he's one of the best. He's going to be great in it. Which, funny enough, Willem Dafoe played Nosferatu. Or, I forgot he played the actor who played Nosferatu in a movie from the early 2000s, which he was great as a vampire in that movie, but I don't believe he'll be reprising that same role, but he did such a good job, so it's ironic that he's going to be in this project as well. The other guy from The Witch is going to be on board as well. He has Ralph Ineson, I believe is his name. Was it Ralph? Let me look this up. I believe that was his name, but he was so good in The Witch. Oh my god, that guy's voice. I'm so jealous of his voice. The Witch. He has such a commanding presence. I'm really excited. Yep, that was his name. He played William in The Witch. And oh my god, can that man command a screen? he has such presence. So all of those things make me really excited. Oh, and apparently, Lily Rose Depp is going to be in it, and she's a good actress. She didn't have a lot to work with the writing on The Idol. I don't know how anybody could make that seem good. So she was kind of put in a tough position there, but it is what it is. I still have all the faith in the world with Robert Eggers as a director. I mean, if anybody knows how to get good performances out of people, it's him. The cinematography, I know, is going to be great. I hope that the film is going to be in black and white, like The Lighthouse, because it was just it was gorgeous. It really was. I could see how that could turn some people off, but I really liked it a lot. I thought it was great. So yeah, I'm super psyched for that. Yeah, so that was kind of everything that was really on my mind, and I kind of wanted to just vent, really, and talk about everything that I was thinking about. So until next time.